probably here because someone tried to kill their grandparents not that long ago. And we should be in Eastern Europe.
Well, that was actually a plan that when the Jews fled the Holocaust to spread out, there was actually an organization that would place Jews in as many different places as possible.
I think that's a better strategy. Why?
So they couldn't corral them up again.
Yeah, well, you don't keep all your Jews in one basket. I don't understand why they did that. It makes no sense whatsoever. I totally, I agree with that strategy.
Spread them out.
And it would be nice to live somewhere that was not a part of the Christian apocalyptic prophecy. Is also probably a good idea. It's like maybe settle somewhere that the Christians don't think you all have to die in order for the
and then they want us all to go there. They need a certain number.
They need
Jews.
us to go there so we can die. So the apocalypse.
But it's nice to know that in the present they need us.
There's some common vested interest in the meantime.
The Christians they need us for their ridiculous vision, and
exactly.
they're not gunning for us. Not the Christians.
But luckily it serves our ridiculous. Our ridiculous visions are temporarily parallel in line with one another.
Could you imagine living in Israel? Would you ever go live in Israel?
No, it would be.
I'm the same way, and we're going to piss off a bunch of Jews. It's like for some reason, my mother, who's not religious or whatever, but her generation, they were kind of hung up on Israel, and they find some comfort in it. And I've been there, and I'm like, I couldn't imagine living here.
No, there are nice parts, and I think I could imagine at best you are convincing yourself that you are far enough away from a major conflict to not worry about it,
right? Which
is a terrible thing to convince yourself of. And I don't understand. To me, it just seems very an antiquated thought process. If it is for religious reasons, I don't agree with it because I think religion is silly. If it is for truly the preservation of Jewish people, it makes no sense because, again, you don't keep something you're trying to preserve all in one place, especially when that place has proven to be
volatile,
pretty volatile. I'm trying to keep all these things safe. I'm going to put them in my blender and hope that that's the best place that'll do it. It doesn't make sense to me. And so I also think that as a Jewish person, I was fed a huge amount of lies about Israel my entire life. They never tell you that. Oh, by the way, there were people there. They make it seem like it was just they're sitting there with the fucking doors open.
Hours for the taking.
It literally, they forget to include the fact to every young Jewish person, basically, oh, by the way, there were people there.
Well, they just want to make sure that you are frightened of your own survival to the point where when you get old enough, you will make sure that that money goes to Israel and that trees are planted and that you always speak highly of Israel and Israel must survive no matter what.
Yeah, and I don't understand it at all. And I think for Jewish people, especially who are who view themselves as progressive and who view themselves as analytical and who view themselves as people who ask a lot of questions and really challenge the status quo, what are we doing?
Well, there's a thing. I get frightened to talk about it. You start.
I know.
And we're afraid of Jews.
I'm afraid of Jews. I'm 100% afraid of Jews.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Which, as we started aside from James Caan, we have no one to be afraid of.
Yeah. No, it's those Republican Jews, buddy.
No, it's scary. But we're Jews. We can say whatever we want about. We should, if anyone could say whatever the fuck they want about this shit, it should be two famous Jewish people who, if anyone's getting rounded up first, it's our fucking asses,